Hi, my name is Dan. I live near Rochester, New York, and I'm going to tell you about a 20-year struggle, nightmare that I had with ulcerative colitis, how close it came to killing me, and how fortunate I was to have found DigestaCure, which quite literally saved my life. I ended up moving to the Rochester area back in 1994 to take a job, and one day at work I ended up getting run into by a fellow coworker who was horsing around on an electric cart. And he caused a pretty serious abdominal blunt trauma injury that I had no idea was as bad as it was. And I told my boss about it, asked him to go home, which I did, and I figured that I would just nurse myself back to health. I was an athlete at the time, and I had been kicked quite a bit at soccer games and things, and it didn't seem like it was anything more than anything I had ever been through before. Well, over the course of about a week after this accident, I developed a very big inflammation and infection blockage in my lower large intestine that tore the lining of my intestine unbeknownst to me, and it ulcerated and developed into ulcerative colitis. And I went to the emergency room. They ended up helping me get rid of the blockage, but that's when all the bad stuff started happening, and I started bleeding eventually, and I got sicker, and I had no idea what colitis was. I had no idea what autoimmune was. I had no idea what a gastroenterologist was, and I had never heard of a colonoscopy. So I was new to Rochester. I didn't have a general practitioner, so I didn't have anybody to go to for help getting to specialists, and I ended up being sent around to different doctors, internists, and others who weren't helpful at all and didn't understand how serious I was and how serious the situation was. So this went on, as crazy as it may sound, for 14 years of my life, and this colitis got worse and worse, and finally in 2008 I ended up running across a friend of mine back in my hometown who's a doctor now, and he actually started crying when he saw me because he knew how healthy I used to be and he saw how sick I was. So he sent me to a gastroenterologist, and I had a colonoscopy. Gastroenterologist told me that I had the worst colitis he had ever seen, and he told me that I was in the top 10% of people who were going to die within 3 to 5 years of colon cancer because of how bad it was. So he put me on M.T.A.S.C.P pills, and it got worse over the next few years, and he upped the meds, and I was having to give myself enemas in the morning and at night, and it just kept getting worse. So one day in 2012, I ended up seeing a friend of mine whose computer I worked on fairly often. I hadn't seen her in a while, and I was really sick by that time. And she asked me what was going on. I told her that I had colitis. I had been diagnosed with colitis, and that I was told I was going to die. And she told me about DigestaCure, sent me to the website. I read everything that was on the site and more, and I was very impressed, and I figured that there's a money-back guarantee, and I was about to die anyway, so what did I have to lose? So I bought the product, I went through the regimen when I had a colonoscopy again, and the doctor came out and was dumbfounded, and he told me that not only did I not have colitis anymore, but I didn't have any scarring to show I had it in the first place. So that was 2012. I've been clean ever since. I have not felt better in probably 40, 50 years, and I'm 60 years old, and I can't say enough about DigestaCure. The stuff's amazing. I tell friends and family about it, and they're all on their way to healing. They're doing so well. It's amazing. If you're considering this product, you should try it. It has a money-back guarantee, and it will do the job. And I'm living proof. I was told I was going to die, and here I am, healthier than I've been probably ever, especially in my adult life. You should take a real good look at this product if you have an autoimmune issue. Take a good look at it, because it might just be what you need. Good luck.